All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game 2 of this best-of-3 series between them and RSTC. We are in Day 3 of Warship Masters Invitational 2024, and it is time to see if RSTC can stay in the tournament. Let's have a quick look over the them lineup. Looks very similar to the lineup we just saw. I'm looking at... They made a little bit of change, but not crazy. I'm looking at Takbir's Grozovoy now. Running a little bit of Dazzle and some fun upgrades there. He's running a smoke upgrade, Zath. I wonder if they're going to pair him off with somebody and as a smoke bot. I bet they are. Aelbard in the Elbing, unique upgrade. Mixa now. Medzuko has bailed on this game. We've got Mixa now in a Grozovoy. Slightly different build. No, very similar build actually. Now that I look at it, Bogdan now in a Vushta with unique upgrade and outnumbered. Fairy's Wushta as well, a little more offensive, running top grade gunner and reload. Dino in a Yoshino, a ship that I think is really good in this format, especially in these little 7v7 games, running outnumbered as well and reload. And then Deepest Dungeon back in his somewhat survivability-focused Rhode Island build, which I really, really like. What do we got cooking for RSTC, Zath?
Posing him to the south, wearing red is RSTC. We've got Giron in a unique upgrade Holland. Reinhardt in a Grozovoy. Alcatel in a Condi, bringing out the big guns now.
Oh, yeah.
Vadalina's like, all right, fine. I'll take the Rhode Island too.
I'll see yours and raise you.
That's right. Mizuha in a Colbert, so that and a Condi together equals pain.
Whew. Somebody's going to be unhappy.
Yep, and heading up the 9 line is Soneto's Lushun, followed by Clancy's Goliath. So obviously that is the kite away side for them.
Indeed, we've got a 5-2 split here for RSTC, whereas them opting for a little more traditional 4-3 split here, although admittedly the Grozovoy here looking like he is going to come back over and play this side of the map.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It almost looks like he was thinking he had to go someplace else. The caller told him to go someplace else.
Yep, like they made a change there.
Either they made a change or they're like, wait a minute. Yo, why are you going that way? Come back here. Get over here.
Early spots on Clancy's Goliath. Some AP goes out. I don't think that's necessarily super valuable. He's going to lose a chunk of health there.
Well, I mean, with the Yoshino AP, it does slap if you can surprise a ship. So I understand
was it Yoshino AP? I thought it was Worcester AP. I missed that. I misread that salvo.
It looked like it was Yoshino.
Well, the Yoshino AP would have been the right call. So if that was indeed the case, then that's my bad for misunderstanding. But the Yoshino HE slaps hard enough if you can get it to land.
Yes, that's the key.
Deepwater
AP coming in from the Rhode Island. Nope.
Deepwater Torps coming into this smoke that Fairy is lurking into from Soneto. Of course, the Woosh's Hydro is up. Yeah, they're going to be well spotted. Dino's going to turn and pull up to the north of the salvo. Fairy's going to push past it into the very bottom end of the smoke. AP salvo coming in on Soneto's Lushun there. He was caught briefly. Look how aggressively they're pushing this Rhode Island Grozovoy combo straight down the 7 line, Zath.
Yeah, I'm like what I'm seeing, but that's what them does best, right? As a matter of fact, they took the Grozovoy Raptor. Takbir is in front of Deepest. I think they're setting him up to.
They are.
Yep, there's the smoke.
They just did. There comes the smoke. Now I don't know how useful it's going to be because you've still got the Conde off to the south that can spot him. I think, depending on his gun bloom. I don't know what his gun bloom is. At this exact moment, he's not actually in the smoke, which is not helping him whatsoever. Quite the opposite.
Yeah. Takbir realizing it, turning left and saying, hold on a second, you're supposed to be in my smoke screen.
Maybe a little bit of a misplay there. Matter. Yep. Vladilena turning in, bringing up the radar, dodging the Grozovoy torpedoes. I think we're going to see a little bit of Rhode Island on Rhode Island action here, Zath.
Very well might be.
RSTC responding quickly, turning Vladilena around.
Yep.
Lushun's next heal.
Fire on the Grozovoy.
I like it on the Lushun, Zath. They know his next heal is a ways off. All kinds of salvos coming in on him. Trying to get whatever damage they can get. Deepest is going to set up in this channel. Big AP salvo going in on Tackbeard. Not as much as they would have liked. Sonetto finally dark back here.
Yep, he hit the brakes and the shells flew right by. As we've got Chiron with the Holland now detected on Deepest Dungeon's radar. Now, if I'm Deepest, I'm thinking, crap.
Yeah, he's got to load the H. He's got to load the HE and pray here.
I don't like this turn.
He's going to ground himself and smash the Holland with his HE. Holland torpedoes are going to basically do nothing.
Underwater featured. Yeah, this was a big mistake. He should have just gone the other side. I don't know why he turned in like this.
He dropped 3 of them into the island, and the other 2 did not hit the bow. Ziren's going to now just try and get back into cover. But that island is still impacting his ability to maneuver.
I really don't understand that decision. He had Deepest Dungeon dead to rights and then decided, nah, I don't want it.
Yeah. They're trying to get shells on Ziren. They're proxying each other, I think, right there.
Yes.
They are getting big shells on Ziren now. The Worcester shells coming in, starting to fall. Tackbeard's Grozovoy coming in. They're farming
Ziren
out Deepest.
Yeah.
I think, Zath, they're going to trade. Are they going to move Deepest? Is Deepest going to ground himself again? No.
Deepest is going to go
he's
for
gonna
this
go
kill
for
on
it.
Ziren
I think he's going to try and get the kill on Ziren.
Oh.
Big hits. Gets it with the secondaries. And with his speed boost running, he's going to try and get the ram on Vladilena. If they could trade 2 for 1 here, that's a really good trade for them.
It's a fantastic trade for them.
And I think he's going to get it. I really do think he's going to get there. He gets a turret reset.
Yep. Now's the part where you're wondering, all right, will ramming flags play a role in this?
You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation, says Deepest. But he's going to get the trade, and there it is.
He got the trade.
Really, really good 2 for 1 trade there from them, taking what was maybe a bit of a misplay on both teams' part and turning it into a positive game.
And that's all due to that Holland making that last turn off the on-ramp or whatever, the off-ramp.
Yep.
And deciding he doesn't want the kill.
Despite all of that, them is upside down on points by about 60 or 70 points or so. But that's about to change. Eobard's Elbing into Thunderdome, going to grab A as Bogdan's Wushta trying to hold the back door open. Or excuse me, hold it back door closed. Getting into a gunfight with Mizuka's Colbert here, way over on the 3 line. Tackbeard's Grozovoy going to head to sea as a tremendous amount of RSTC's remaining ships are all trapped in the extreme southeast corner of the map.
Feels kind of interesting the way that the battle is unfolded. I gotta say, if I'm RSTC, I'm thinking we gotta find a way back into this map somehow, right?
Yeah, and they're playing so far off the cap, Zath. It almost feels a little bit like them's aggression pushed them into making positional errors or just just choosing bad positions, let's say.
Yeah, absolutely. It just that aggression and then the, I guess you could say almost passive, I don't want to take hits at the same time. It just makes it very difficult for RSTC to get back into this at this point. They had some really good opportunities and those were squandered. And this is going to be a them victory, so we're going to have to pray that there's a game 3 or that the other group is so far delayed we catch a game 2.
Yeah, I missed it, but they picked up the kill on Sonetto's Lushun as well.
Yes.
I just under 2 minutes now on the timer, down 3 ships. I don't think RSTC has a way back in.
I don't think so either.
They've got 4 ships arrayed to keep the Conde and the Goliath bottled up. The 2 ships on the 1 line, again, have to fight their way through an Elbing and a Wushta to get to the caps. If you're RSTC, you have no board control and no way to get it.
And with 1 minute and change to go, there's just not enough time for either of those 2 squadrons to even get into a cap unless they can get a kill.
It's going to take, a kill would buy them time. But I mean, I with the amount of ships that them still has on the map, I just don't see that they're going to have a way in. Conde pushing up the 10 line here, the edge of the map. I think he's going to be fast enough to stay ahead of these torpedoes, even though his hydro isn't ticking.
Yes, he will be fine. He was boostering the Grozovoy a minute ago, but Maestro went ahead and put the smoke screen on. And so Alka's like, fine, I'll go to the Yoshino. And there goes the Grozovoy, and that will basically do it. 20 seconds to go.
Seconds on the timer here as now whoosh to AP getting Citadels on Mizuka's Colbert. They grab the Conde on the 10 line, and there you go. A clean sweep here for them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Zath, RSTC's tournament is over. You almost get a sense. Tell me if I'm crazy. I feel like this is maybe a bit of a clash of play styles that we're seeing, right? Them with that aggression, and RSTC not really either not having seen it or not really knowing what to do about it.
Oh, absolutely, you're right. Absolutely, you're right. So, congratulations, of course, to them. And yeah, I agree. It's very much you know, it could be I think it's cultural within the team. You know, they're used to playing a certain way. Them is used to playing a certain way. RSTC is used to playing a certain way. And when those two clash, there's a lot of uncertainty there. So